Good morning. So let's start with a few headlines. How do you temporarily allow a ballroom to continue construction? Isn't that just construction? It's the craziest world I've ever seen. Um, and some of these news stories are just ridiculous. Excuse me, since when does pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks become news? Some of these headlines are ridiculous. But whatever, they have to fill their time with something because they certainly can't tell you that we're being taken over by computers because it's their job to make you believe that computers and robots are wonderful. The Good Morning shows all talk about how wonderful it would be to have a robot to do your dishes or make your bed. Are you really that fucking lazy? But whatever. So now, those of us that have been watching this takeover for a decade or two or longer, poor things, um, now there is something called dynamic pricing. Well, we all knew this was coming. It was in the 2030 agenda. Similar to what China has already been enduring, where the flock cameras read your mind and tell your phone where you keep all of your, banking information because you're an idiot, that you are not a good person. You don't like the government. So they cancel all of your banking and they raise the prices of your item. Dynamic pricing. Wow. So I don't shop that much, so I don't know how true this dynamic pricing is, but I have seen some electronic um, pricing tabs on merchandise at like Kohl's and stuff. So from what I understand, if you're not one of the sheep, that price goes up. Now, we all knew this was coming. We tried to warn people. Nobody did shit about it. And the same thing with, law enforcement. They're going to put you right out of a job because the computers are doing everything. Hell, they got a computer to fill a fucking pothole. You know how wonderful that's going to be? Not. So this takeover by these criminals was a long time in the planning. And the people that you've trusted on these news shows and morning shows, well, they've all been there just to, send you over the cliff, let you think everything is just rainbows and puppy dogs because uh, they don't want you to wake up and do anything. No one is waking up and doing anything. Uh, people would rather stand around and bitch about politics than do anything about it. Well, this is going to go down as the stupidest generation in the history of the world because every other civilization that has had a narcissistic, egotistical, psychopathic ruler has been taken out. People don't allow it. People don't allow to have a ruler that would rather build a fucking golden ballroom than make sure that people have a roof over their head. So this generation is going to go down as the stupidest generation in the history of the world because everybody is sitting back, looking at their fucking tablets, playing Candy Crush or some other bullshit, and not giving a two shits to what kind of world that they're leaving behind. It's going to be a robotic world, because these men now, they want a robot wife that they can program, that doesn't talk back, that does everything they want, that, massages their goddamn feet. Count me out, bitches. Because if I turned into one of those, I think I would choke the life out of you. Anyway, I hope these robots turn on these people. And it would seem like a really good plan for like the richest person in the world to have access to robots to the second richest so that he could take that dude's money. I mean, that would be a smart plan.